Hello everyone and welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing we're trying to do today is we are playing X-Men Aristocrats. And I see what someone was saying, that my mouse is not hovering over the spot here where it is on the screen. I didn't even notice that before. I don't know what's going on with that. That's all sorts of weird. What in the world? That's not how it's supposed to work. All right, well, I'm going to try to fix that as we go along. But hey, everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we are going to have some fun playing Tuesday BREWSDAY. And X-Men Aristocrats is what we're doing. There we go. Now it's where it's supposed to be. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so X-Men Aristocrats, what this is a sweet deck where we are playing Aristocrat style, so getting value from creatures dying with Cruel Celebrant and Midnight Reaper, also getting some value with Command the Dread Hordes. I do want to kind of be like picking apart this deck as we go throughout today, because Tuesday BREWSDAY, what this is all about is that we're brewing together as a community and playing some really fun decks that we have put together. So if you guys have any ideas for changes with this, definitely down to hear them, definitely down to see them. And yeah, let's get doing stuff. So Devin, how's it going? Welcome. Volrin, how you guys doing? Dopey Dopes. I saw MTG already in here. Peter and Death the Kid. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cinch, how's it going? And there's the first super chat of the day, MTG. Thank you so much, brother. Good morning. Hope your stream goes well. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so today, again, this is all about just kind of having fun as a community. Instead of doing like a battle against you guys, we're going to be doing like, this is the deck that we're playing for the first while. We're going to take it either into a tournament, play ranked with it, something like that. Try to make this deck actually work is kind of the idea of what we're going for. Maybe we even build a sideboard for best of 3 as we go along. Today, though, I probably won't be doing as long of a live stream. I do have to go help build a home or help build a house with a friend today. With a friend typically means you're not getting paid, right? Yep, that's how it goes. Anyway, Legend Kid, how you doing? Flippe, morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so this is the deck. So X-Men Aristocrats. What do we get? X-Men. So we have these 8 X-Men in the deck where they cost X, which X can definitely be 0, and that's the game plan most of the time, is that whenever we get value like Midnight Reapers, Cruel Celebrants out, what we want to be doing is throwing these guys down as often as possible, trying to draw as many cards as we can, get as many of these guys into the graveyard, and then be able to Command the Dread Horde, do it all again type of thing, and just get tons of value. So our goal is to get Cruel Celebrants, Corpse Knights out on the battlefield, Midnight Reapers, Priests of Forgotten Gods. These guys can also be 1-cost creatures that we can sacrifice to Priests of Forgotten Gods really easily, and really fun with like things like God Eternal Ketra. We can bring him back every turn with Sworn without having to spend anything for X, just X for 0. Bring him back, get more card draw, more pings in for life. And I went up against a deck that was doing this and it destroyed me. It was really good. So pretty fun stuff. And I'm trying to debate how to actually fix this one right now. Talk about the tournament, cough cough. All right, so the tournament, if you guys look down in the description below. Oh, I also need to get the deck list in here. I was trying to get that done as well. So while we're talking about the tournament, let me get this up so you guys can actually have the link. I always do this after I do a video, so I kind of forget about it. But if you guys go down the description below, there's a tournament that we are going to be doing. I'm giving $50 away cash to the winner. What you have to do is you have to play we're calling it Emperor. So there's a version already in the format called Peasant, which you can only play 4 uncommon cards, and then everything else has to be common, so Pauper. But we're also including 1 mythic or rare card. So for this deck, this is a deck I did a little while ago. Arcades was my Emperor. I had 4 uncommon cards, which was High Alert. Everything else was common cards. So this was actually a pretty fun one. It did okay. If you guys want to do anything else, so leave it down in the description below. The best way to do this is to go over to Aether Hub, just like I'm doing right now. I'll show you how quick this is. Bam, dibby, bam, dibby, bam, and basically done. Combo aggro, I guess. Here. All right, so got it done. Y'all go. You like that the MTG community is kind of chill. Yeah, dude, the community is so fun here. It's been awesome. This is part of the things I love about doing this is that I just love hanging out with you guys. It's really, really fun. So we're going to be doing some fun stuff. So let's head over to X-Men Aristocrats. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay, see how it goes. So this is how I had the initial build. We're probably going to play like 2 or 3 games, come back, fix it up, 2 or 3 games, kind of come back. I want you guys to be a part of this as we go through. That's kind of like something fun that you can do. And then maybe we go into a full tournament to play it. And then something I also do on Tuesday, BREWSDAY, is... if you guys want to jump in and do send me your deck submissions, if you jump into my Discord, which Devin is sending up all of the links, if you could also send a link for the Discord, that'd be sweet. Just because for some reason I always send the wrong one, but if you could send that in, then you can send it into community deck lists, and I will be able to go through and like review your deck, fix it up if we feel like it needs to be fixed, something like that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a gameplay with this. The biggest issue I'm feeling with this deck is I don't love Stitcher Supplier. Stitcher Supplier I feel like is good, but last time I ran into both of them, I only have 2 in the deck, and I ran into both of them, and I ended up milling all of my combo pieces rather, and my the first cards off the top were like 2 Command the Dreadhorde, so it's like not fun. All right, up against Tsar Bafiov, bring it on. All right, so let's keep this. This is actually a really good hand. So we have the Cruel Celebrant. We can bring these guys down for X1 if we want to. We also have got Eternal Ketra, which is so sweet. Pass the turn. And what we're looking for is Midnight Reaper. Midnight Reaper is like the thing that actually turns this deck on. All right, so he's got a 2/2. We actually might just play Conjurant now as a 2/2. And pass the turn. Yeah, Bill. So the cards that just randomly cost a card in the graveyard. So we actually do want stuff in the graveyard because of Command the Dreadhorde. So the other thing is we have a ton of cheap stuff. If we can bring back all of these things that die, like our Cruel Celebrant gets targeted a lot, our Corpse Knight, all that kind of jazz. If you get a Corpse Knight, things like that in the graveyard, it actually works out pretty well in our favor oftentimes. All right, let's see what they've got here. Yep, that's an issue. That is one issue with the Conjurants, is that they are kind of annoying in that way. All right, let's X3 on the Conjurant. This is the thing too, is that we can kind of use these still at like this, just to prolong the early game. Comes in as pretty good stuff. Once we get Sorin out, Cruel Celebrant. So what we're looking for is a Midnight Reaper, of course. There's Judy the Judith, taking the damages. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Butcher once and for all. Down to 12 after the damage here. Doesn't want to kill his own guys. Down to 11. All right, well, there's a Midnight Reaper. It does kind of hurt us a little bit here now, too. The cool thing is with Sorin, we can actually gain quite a bit of life. So let's go ahead and play this tapped, play the Midnight Reaper. If it dies, that's okay. If it doesn't, we'll probably bring out Sorin, swing in for 3 to gain some life. Judith number dose. She will die. She gets to do 2 points of damage here to Midnight Reaper. That's bad. Doom Whisper would actually be pretty good in this deck. It wouldn't be too bad. It's a little expensive for the typical game plan, but it's not terrible. All right, so Playcrafter kind of keeps us alive, kind of. Cruel Celebrant and Priest of Forgotten Gods, we just block and have them die. It doesn't do much for us. Sorin, we can gain some life, but not enough to stay alive. Actually, it is enough to stay alive with what's on the board. And it might cause them to focus on Sorin instead. So maybe that's just the best play, is play Sorin. Maybe bring back something. Playcrafter kills something which they get to ping in. They get 2 points damage, so we go down to 2. Double Playcrafter might not be terrible either. We really wanted land for this Oketra. Let's go ahead and play Playcrafter. They get rid of Judith. Very interesting. That's actually what we were worried about, because they do have a chance for like lethal here. Chandra. All right, that is game. Ah, good game. That's a very aggressive Rakdos deck, and we had not as good of a hand for that. All right, let's try this again. And what do you guys want? Where do you guys want this to be played? Do you guys want to do like a competitive event? Like at first I wanted to kind of test the deck a little bit, see if there's any suggestions that we want from this, and then jump into other stuff. But quick announcements too. If you guys want to, super chats are always acceptable, as I was going to say. Are always I'm very grateful for super chats. How about that? They're always appreciated. So right below the chat, I guess over here is where it would be. If you guys put it, there's a little money symbol. If you guys want to send in super chats, definitely appreciated. Let's keep this. Needs more cats. Play Swamp, pass the turn. Yeah, let's not bring in Chamber Sentry. Chamber Sentry actually, even as a 1, is not terrible because we can ping in at something like a Lano or Elves. But yeah, so if you guys will like the video and subscribe, definitely appreciate it as well. Donations for stuff is down in the description below, and merch is there as well. Yep, all appreciated. All right, immune with the Dinos. Well, let's get out Corpse Knight and pass the turn. Not going to play these guys for 0 value at the moment. Let's wait a little bit, because that's the thing is, if we have other stuff out there, we can do that, but for now, there might just be better to do more. So we have Command the Dreadhorde in hand. I would hate to get rid of a land. Let's go ahead and swing in real quick. Down to 18. Stitcher Supplier. Roll Celebrant, and oh dude, we really want to hit lands here. If we hit land for the Sorin, we can actually do some really fun stuff. Or Midnight Reaper. See, this is the fun thing about Chamber Sentries, is that we can just have them come in for 1, ping them, and have them die when we want them to. So let's go ahead and bring them in for 1. Go a little bit wide here. We're fine with stuff dying in this deck. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how this is played, because I played up against it twice the other day and was destroyed. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how it's going. Be able to follow and enjoy your content. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Reanimator decks is typically where it's at, or Command the Dreadhorde, where you're getting tons of value from doing it as well. We could kill an Otzpek Huntmaster, which actually might be pretty nice. And then we can play Crafter on the next turn. Kill more stuff, or we just play Crafter now. I really don't want to swing in with that Ranging Raptors, though. Which we don't have to swing in to win. Let's go ahead and play Crafter. And let's sacrifice Stitcher Supplier or Playcrafter. Stitcher Supplier is probably, yeah, let's go Stitcher Supplier. We have a chance for a massive Command the Dreadhorde. I just don't want to mill over a bunch of lands here. And there's a bunch of lands. And pass the turn. Again, don't want to give them any more lands, any more ramp. That's when we lose. Jund Dinos is actually one of the best decks in the format right now, so this is a little bit terrifying. Takes it down to 12. Raptor. Yikes. They have another Ranging Raptors. Ripjaw. Starts drawing. The new Dr. Spillikin. Dude, what's up, man? Dude, it's been forever. I've been great, you. Welcome, by the way. Oh, that's scary. All right. Dude, this deck is so good. Holy crap. What do you do about that? All right, we will chump. Dude, this deck is insane. Like, what a turn. That was amazing. All right, yeah, pass them my turn. Where's the lands? All into the graveyard. Again, that's the issue with Stitcher Suppliers. I feel like I like it for some reasons, but there's a lot of things I'm just like, meh, it's not very good. All right, destroy the Chamber Sentry. Kills the Otepec. No attacks. Pass the turn. So we have 8 damage on board. Rotting Raptor grows to massive stature. We shall kill. Kill and take 11 kill here. We need to keep our life total high though for let's keep Corpse Knight maybe. Maybe we can block here. Take 6, 7. Yeah, there's really not much else we can do. I'm thinking this one's gonna be rough. The Maji, gonna watch what you can today. Thanks so much for jumping on. Yeah, dude, BREWSDAYs are always fun. I love it. It's been good stuff so far. I think we're gonna be losing this one again though. We just haven't been hitting our lands, and I think we need to drop the Stitcher Supplier. Like, I like it for some things, but it's not been phenomenal. We're basically dead here. Drops another Rotting Regisaur. Ceratops. Doesn't have the mana to give it... Oh, doesn't need the mana to give it haste. Well, we did. Yep. So, Midnight Reaper is the card draw here. And we just didn't find Midnight Reaper. So we need to figure out another way. I think that this deck will have stuff die often enough that we don't need Stitcher Supplier as the one drop. So I'm thinking what we need to do. So we have Midnight Reaper. I'm trying to remember like what they had. Honestly, I think it's so expensive though. Like, I'm thinking Liliana really works well with this deck. The whole idea that it's wanting to draw and stuff. So I'm gonna go 1 Liliana. Maybe cut 1 Command the Dread Horde. Brought Back wouldn't be terrible. Actually, Brought Back actually has some really fun synergies with this. But we're a more heavy black deck rather than heavy white. But the cool thing is that we can play both of these guys, or like a bunch of these with Midnight Reapers, Cruel Celebrants, and then we could Brought Back, bring them back to the battlefield, at least 2 of them. And that could be a way that we can do that as well. Or even play Crafter. It works well as Sorin as well. Knight of the Even Legion as a 1-drop. Knight is always good. I'm not sure if I'd ever really be willing to sacrifice it with Priest of Forgotten Gods, though. I guess so. Oh. Knight's probably pretty good. I don't know how the person that played against me like got this every single turn. It was ridiculous. But, and we're running 23 lands with, I mean, a chance for tons of card draw. Priest of Forgotten Gods and Midnight Reaper for the card draw. I think that we have a chance here. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Yeah. It has a Death Touch, right? Footlight Fiend would also be pretty decent. We're going for more of the aggressive. I do like the Vampire for the lifelink as well here. Let's try Knight of the Evil Legion. He is the better 1-drop. There's more versatility there. I do like the Death Touch here, though, that this provides. Oh, the Zealots for some card draw? Yeah, that's fair. We kind of lose out on being a little bit, like, getting more of a board state, though. I guess that's fine, though. We can either go Dusk Legion Zealot or the Knight of the Even Legion, or we cut, like, we trim a little bit here and there from other stuff. Like, we can maybe go down to 3 Sorens, but Soren adds so much to the deck that I like it. I like Knight of the Even Legion better with Soren because we can get a massive amount of life gain from it. So let's go for this first. I think that this is a pretty good way to go. So let's try it out. And we still get the Death Touch kind of from Knight of the Even Legion as well. So I think this is better. Again, like when I was playing up against this deck, it just kicked the snot out of me. But they also got all of the pieces, and we haven't gotten that yet. So let's try it out again. And welcome everyone. A quick another announcement for those who've jumped in. If you guys want to jump into the tournament that we're doing, there's a link down below. I'm paying $50 for first place, $25 for second place, $15 for third place, and it's not like the best decks in standard type of tournament. It's going to be this Saturday, and it's like a pauper deck. So it's pauper, but you get 4 uncommons and 1 rare or mythic. Yeah, we have Priest of Forgotten Gods. We're going to keep this. And we have Midnight Reaper. So let's go Chamber Sentry X1. We want to keep these guys out and about this time with Priest of Forgotten Gods. And pass the turn. Do I stream on Switch? I used to. I decided to start streaming on... I actually streamed on Facebook for a little bit, just testing it out. And now I'm streaming on YouTube. And YouTube has been 10 times better than any of those so far. And so, yeah, it's been awesome streaming on here. Swing in. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Hopefully there's no, what's it called? Badness here. But we get Priest of Forgotten Gods trigger next turn, hopefully. Stitcher Supplier. Okay. They have something they want to sack, so that's fine. They're also on the turn for Blood for Bones, so this is actually okay to get rid of that, so they don't have Blood for Bones. But Draku Seth is going to be really annoying. Yeah, Reanimator is always rough. All right, so let's do... Okay, pay 2 life. Ugin's Conjurant X1. Alright, target him. Yep, submit. Sack these 2. Yep, sacks the Stitcher Supplier, gets more stuff into the graveyard. Yep, resolve. We get extra mana, so I'm debating on Soren or Midnight Reaper here. Midnight Reaper into Soren would be really nice, but we have to actually hit it. Right, Midnight Reaper past the turn. I think Midnight Reaper turns on more of our deck. The whole idea is we need to draw. We have to hit our lands to get some stuff. Thought Erasure. Probably takes God Eternal Bantu because it's the only thing that like doesn't get to come back. But there goes the Soren. There goes the Soren. Doo 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 doo. All right, Corpse Knight. Swing. Down to 14 and pass the turn. Next turn, if we hit land, we actually have Command the Dreadhorde for these guys, too. After sacking stuff. That's annoying. Thought Erasure, number dose. We also have Liliana, which will be nice if we hit land, which we can try to draw for land. Or play Bantu. We're gonna go for it. I mean, or we just keep value out on the battlefield. We can play Playcrafter, do 1 point of damage, make him discard a card. And when it dies, we also get a draw card. So let's try for this. Yeah, so Playcrafter, make him discard. Agent Treachery, they probably wanted that. Play the land. Pass the turn. Let's see if they have the reanimation. Looks like they're going for it. Yep. Bond of Revival, Agent of Treachery. Let's see what they try to steal. Priest of Forgotten Gods. All right. Huh. I guess we don't really want to sack here, do we? We get 2 card draw. We get 3, actually. 3 cards drawn. Let's let it happen. Oh, wait, we get to kill their Agent of Treachery, too, though, as a thing. All right. X4. Swing in with the Reaper. Yep, trades with the agents, that's fine. Draw a card, Priest of Forgotten Gods. No, it says on there sack 2 other creatures. So you can sacrifice another Priest of Forgotten Gods, but not herself. At least that's my understanding of it. Drakuseth comes out. Boo. Thought Erasure. Dude. If we can hit Cruel Celebrant, we actually have a decent chance still, I guess. Land for Bantu. They have Agent of Treachery in hand. Alright, either we draw a crap ton of cards here so that we can have a chance to win on the next turn. We can swing in and do 2 points of damage here. They kill our guy. Swing in for 11 damage. They hit land. This is in hand, right? If they hit land, then they can steal our Bantu. Otherwise, we have lethal, I believe. If we go for Liliana, so I guess having Liliana doesn't do much for us. Do we just not sacrifice anything? This is a little bit weird. Liliana can make us get them to where we can also make them sacrifice Drakuseth. So let's submit 0, I guess. Swing in. Part of it is because we just have to get them down to where we're going to lose both these guys anyway. Down to 4. If they hit land, then I'm not sure if we have a chance here. If they don't, we can swing in with Bantu. Yeah, so they just happen to get the perfect draw off the top. Nice. We're still not out of the game, though. Liliana lets us make them sacrifice 2 creatures. They're down to 1, though. Yeah. Man, so that was basically... They had to hit 2 things that could have saved them there. Revival or land, and they just happened to hit one of the 2. Which, I mean... They happened to hit the harder of the 2 to hit, so... Our luck. Well, we haven't won a game yet. Let's try it again. I think that I like the idea of this deck. Like, it's going to work. It will work one of these times. The X-Men will prevail, unless you're up against Drakusa. Then life sucks. If we'd been able to get to the mana for like the Command the Dread for 2, we could have stolen their Drakusa. That would have been fun. So I think the biggest thing we're running into is just not having the mana at the moment, which I'm glad we got rid of the Stitcher Supplier because that actually hurt our chances with that a little bit. When is the rotation? The rotation comes, Peter, so the next set when it comes out, so it's in October, like the beginning of October. The end of September, is it September 28th? Yeah, September is when they're doing an event that we're jumping into. So we're gonna keep this. I don't know if we're supposed to be saving these for 0 or actually casting them on the turn 1. I'm gonna play it the way that people played against me, so we're gonna try this out a little bit differently now. All right, Corpse Knight. Pass the turn. Cast down. That's fine. Do we want to make him discard? Is that worth our time? In Chamber Sentry X2, Ugins X1. Just to get something on the battlefield. So this one you do have to make sure you play the different colors, otherwise it doesn't actually go up to 2 counters. Yeah, I guess this is what we do. Yeah, I love how we're playing up against like some of the best decks in Standard in free play. That's how it always goes, though, right? Yeah, Baby Teferi is in there, which I am okay with Baby Teferi because it stops counters as much. Like Baby Teferi, like it's easy enough to deal with. It's annoying. It hurts a lot of things, but yeah. Their home gets destroyed in every other comic, so they're used to losing. X-Men, yeah, that's fair. James, new to the channel, how does the Tuesday Brews Day work? So I play the same deck for the first like hour or so, and then we brew decks together is basically the ideal of it. We would love... Playcrafter is nice to hit a Planeswalker along the way, but making him discard's not terrible either. Making a body here. And if it dies, we can actually bring it back with Sorin. So we might even just let this die. Or have it get countered here. And absorb. Now let's get these guys to the graveyard. That's kind of what we want to do as well. And pass the turn. Liberal Ideas, dude, it's been forever. What's up, brother? Welcome. And then, so I also, James, I also do, like, I'll check out other people's content after a while as well. That's another thing I like to do here. All right, Knight of the Ebon Legion. All right, white, black, X2. Against control, we're going a little bit aggressive here. Ross's Contempt gets the Chamber Sentries. I'm very intrigued by why they're putting so much pressure on, or focus on that. Ooh, Midnight Reaper, but it's not what we're going for. We're going for damage right now. So let's go ahead and bring him down. Pass the turn. We have lethal next turn. Thought Erasure. No, we don't have enough mana for lethal, actually. I was thinking with Soren's ping, but we still have to pump him. MTG, just thank you for the shout out the other day. Yeah, absolutely. She dang near cried. Dude, your channel is awesome. If you guys haven't subscribed to MTG Jesus or MT Jesus, check him out. Really well done stuff. Thunder Phoenix, your decks are fun to play, and I highly enjoy your love for the game. Thank you so much. Yeah, dude, it's fun stuff. Kaya's Wrath. Should have got out the Reaper before that, I guess. Let's go for Sorin or Reaper. Let's go Sorin, bring back Knight of the Eben Legion. I mean, it's like the best card. It's such a good thing. Alright, what do you do?
Let's slow this
Probably has to
down.
tuck Knight of the Even Legion. Otherwise, you're taking a crap ton of damage next turn. We'd also be able to kill him with the Sorin, so we can still kind of make that happen. Man the Dread Horde. So we can Midnight Reaper, bring back Conjurant, draw a card. Try to hit lands for something, I don't know. Or we just go for damage to face. Let's go ahead and go for damage at face. I mean, he's down to 3. Sorin brings me down to 2. They can only deal with one of them, as far as we know. So I think we just ping at their face here. Like, we don't care about Teferi here. We ping at their face, make it be a 2-turn clock here. We get to swing in with Knight for lethal without pumping him now. We can still play other things. He's going to have to deal with both of these. So Tech Sorin kills Knight. Narset. Okay, digs for an answer. Finds Veros's Contempt. Finds the answer every single time. That's cool. That's cool. If we get to this Command the Dread Horde, we have a decent chance. As long as they don't hit another board wipe.
Let's skip to the good part.
See, this is so annoying because whenever I play Control, I never find the answers. Everyone else does. Search for Skanta, pretty good. Liviana, very good.
Your Queen Necromancer. Rise and shine.
We have Corpse Knight. Well, I think this is it. I think this does it. So we actually grab everything. All right, so this dies. Corpse Knight gets in for 2 pings. Playcrafter will make them sacrifice a creature. Or a Planeswalker, I guess. We get to bring back Ugin with Sorin here. Or Playcrafter. And then we get the... Oh, we don't get the ping and the Sorin. We can bring back Playcrafter, make him sacrifice another permanent here. Still get the pingage in. We have double Sorin to also try to winning here. Let's go for the value of Corpse Knight for now. So let's actually go for 3 Playcrafter.
I demand certainty.
Sacrifice is there. That's great. That means we get to swing in with Midnight Reaper. Is it game? Yes! Woo! All right, that was awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, that was that was good. That's what this deck can do. That's what this is supposed to look like. Maybe this is a deck that's just good against control, because I was playing a control-y type of deck when I was playing up against it the other day. EJRZ, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, Ross's Contempt is also getting rotated out. Kongi, what's up, man? Welcome again. So quick reminders, if you guys want to jump into the tournament, the link is in the description below. We're playing Emperor. I'm paying $50 out to the winner, $20, $25 to the second place, $15 to third. I'll probably make it a full $100 of what I'm paying out, and do like fourth and fifth something as well. I'm not sure yet. $10 each maybe. Yeah, let's keep him. This is pretty similar to what we had last time. It's not amazing, but it's keepable, I suppose. But yeah, if you guys want to jump into that, down in the description below. If you guys are willing or able, if you want to support me, a good way to do that is with super chats, which is over here. All those things, you know, all the things I'm supposed to say. I'm really bad at doing that. All right, pass the turn. Yeah, free play has gotten very competitive. That is a very true statement. Down to 18. I'd rather not have these playcrafters just die. Making them discard here, though, is not terrible. Let's go for a 3/3. I mean, that's one thing about these conjurants as well, is that they can just become massive. You know, like, if we have tons of mana, not a bad way to go. It dodges their board wipe if they had, dude, Cry of the Canarium, that's what it's called. Is Cry of the Canarium staying in the format? I can't remember which set it's from. I think it's staying in, though. All right, down to 12. 11. We create lethal here. I think we do. So it's worth going for, even though it's possibly a good chance of it being a Kaya's Wrath. We're okay with these guys being in the graveyard as well, so let's just go for it. We put out 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully another 2-drop. We'll create 11. There's Kaya's Wrath. Okay. Bantu. Let's sacrifice one land. Man, we really want to get to 6 mana if we find stuff, but... Alright, one land. There we go. Teferi.
Let's slow this down.
Let's slow this down.
I'll protect you.
Oh, come on. That, you gotta be kidding me. Dude, that's just frustrating. I guess we go for Playcrafter. There's no reason to just hold on to him doing nothing. We might as well get some value out of him now. I want to get into coding. I've been wanting to do some coding as well. I've actually taught myself a little bit, just going through the stuff, but yeah. Zach has met. Are there conditions for joining the tourney? It's not... No, it's not meta decks at all. It's an Emperor format is what we're doing. So Let's get rid of that. Use a Playcrafter. So it is... so it's not meta. So I'm trying to explain it well. Cruel Celebrant, see if it gets countered. Cast down. So it's Emperor is the format that we're doing. It's basically like Pauper. So it's not very competitive. I mean, like, it's, you can build it. Everyone should have the cards to build it, is the idea of it. Talk to my chat more than you know. Dude, that's fine. The whole point of this is that we have a community here. I don't care about that at all. It's all good. Yeah, I know some people get really like finicky about that type of thing, but it doesn't bother me one bit. And the cool thing too is like that's the thing is like I'm like the only person streaming on YouTube. Almost everyone else is on Twitch or is on other places, and that's part of the reason that it's actually really fun. Is that like it's me and I think the Magic Historian, which he has a very different type of content that he does anyway. But and the reason why is because if you are established on Twitch, then you have to, yeah, I think we're done now. If you're established on Twitch, then you can't actually stream on other places. Anyway, so yeah, so the tournament down below, it's Pauper. It's going to be a very easy format to do. Everyone should be able to have the cards to do it. It's 1 rare or mythic, 4 uncommons, and then everything else is commons. Yeah. And yeah, so it should be a really easy, really fun type of thing to do. Everyone should be able to do it. And there we go. So Andrew Hendricks, we're playing right now. We're playing X-Men. We're losing with X-Men. X-Men are dying. This is just, you know, like the beginning of the story. We have to win later on. All right, yeah, we're done for. Dude, the free play has gotten crazy competitive. Yeah, free play has been insane right now. Let's go ahead and try it out on this just real quick for fun. I need to get my 1,000 experience points. Yes. I'm excited for, I really hope, again, I'm going to say it over and over again, hoping that someone from Wizards of the Coast is listening or someone that knows them. But I really, really hope that historic format is a constant format in the game. You're going to keep this. This is a god hand. This is sweet. All right, get the land to hand, which is great. This is actually, this deck needs that. Why not just play vampires? Because we're playing different fun stuff, dude. Why would you just do something when you can do something for fun instead? Feast of Forgotten Gods. Ugin's Conjurant for 1 ping I don't think is worthwhile here. We really want to be able to draw cards with it. Yeah, I'll pass the turn. We get Playcrafter for the next turn as well, or just a big Knight of the Even Legion. It's a Bella. Leafy Kin Druid. Swing. Alright, blocks there. Takes the rest, perfect. Midnight Reaper, now Ugin's Conjurant X0. This is what we're trying to do. We're getting value from Midnight Reaper, Cruel Celebrant for casting X0 spells. Getting to draw lots of cards. There's Plains, pass the turn. Sorin gets to bring it back every turn from here on out. Fun stuff. All of the funness. This is Elementals we're up against, looks like. Or not. Interesting. Spark double. Alright, do we go for Playcrafter instead now? Make him sack something? They probably keep Jade Light. We get to sack this guy. Draw cards. Make them lose life. This also lets us get to Bantu on the next turn. Sorin is still really good, though. Like, we want the value there, too. Land, we actually don't want on top with this format. Because we want to draw our action here and then draw the lands when we play other lands. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Crafter. You might want that in the graveyard. That's just fine, though. Is this? Oh, it's non-token creatures, right? I forgot about that. Did this actually happen? Oh, that was weird. Okay. No attacks. Pass the turn. We could, like, trade off with the knight, bring it back. There's a few things we could do that aren't terrible. Are these elementals? No.
So many opportunities to get lost.
Kills our Cruel Celebrant. That's fine. We get to bring it back. Draw a card. There we go. All right, sweet. So, Sorin.
I have come for vengeance and blood.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. All right. Oh, that was weird. Okay. It like went only to 1. Did you guys see that? That was weird. All right. Play Plains. Play Chamber Sentry for free. Yeah. See, that's what this deck is trying to do. I actually like playing it in this format. It's kind of fun. We'll keep going here. Whew, that's a lot of stuff. Alrighty. We'll crack the packs at the end here. So just a quick reminder, I'm not going to be able to play as long today as I typically do. So if you guys want to start submitting decks, we can maybe do that like in between games real quick. Devin posted the Discord a while back. Let's see if we can get that again. Let me know if this link works for you guys, because sometimes it does get mixed up. Let's keep this. So if you guys want to, in the Discord, thanks, yeah, nice haircut, thank you. In the Discord, if you go to community deck list and you can post a deck list, the best way to do it is if you post it in arena format. Otherwise, it's really difficult for me to actually see it. Okay, land a hand, sweet. Pass the turn. I like that we are going to have a chance to get this Command the Dreadboard. That'll be sweet. Yep, that's frightening. Mono red probably does pretty well in this format. Alright, get a plant. We have lots of creatures, so we'll also create lots of blockers, though. Pass the turn. Historic is confirmed. So, how so? As far as, like, it'll be a constant format, or the fact that it's going to be here? Like, that's my question, is more is, like, is it actually going to be around all of the time? Let's see here. This is one of the issues with this deck, too, is not getting those cards that we want to the top of our deck. Let's go Chamber Sentry X2. We can kill stuff on the next turn with it. If we swing in with Corpse Knight is actually really good in this format, too, just being able to get in pingage with the plants. So no attacks, pass the turn. It's a constant format. Okay, sweet. Brawl will also be constant then. Yeah, the fact, so like Historic is something I'm super excited for. I think it's going to be really fun. All sorts of the fun. Ember Hauler. Lava Runner, okay. Swings in. We're fine with stuff dying. We're fine with making them have less value. Wizard's Lightning here. Bummer, but we have Command the Dread Horde. We do have to keep our life total high, though, for that to actually work. Would be useful. Land Sorin.
You should fear the spawn of darkness.
And we'll probably just go for like an X5 Ugin's Conjurant. Want to do a Lazov brew when Brawl comes to the arena. Yeah, Lazov's going to be fun. Ooh, Lazov for Commander? Ooh, yeah, that'll be really good. It'll probably be more of a for fun combat format, yes. All right, Swamp. Playcrafter goes away. X5. We should have brought back Quartz Knight beforehand, huh? We might just want to keep... We're going to keep Sorin kind of a little bit higher life total. Pass the turn. We actually kind of want Ugins to die first as well. So next turn we get Command the Dread Horde. Okay, down to 2. We're fine with him dying here as well. All right, Sorin goes down to 6.
Predictable.
Ember Howler. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. That might change a couple things here. Ember Hauler can kill it, though. The Ugin's Conjurants also aren't terrible. Alright, Swamp. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Ugin X4. So, I mean, they can still kill the Priest of Forgotten Gods at any time here. Should have played Corpse Knight first if you were going to do that. Again, I kind of want it in the graveyard for Commander Dread Horde anyway. Keep this guy off of needing to do too much.
Time for a drink.
Wizard's Lightning, okay. Silver One, hello, how are you doing? Chain-worthy guy, okay.
Pathetic.
Sorin takes 3. Again, against control, we are, or against aggro, we are fine with them going after something that's not our life total. Sorin makes sense for them to go after, but... Alright, how much stuff do they have in their graveyard as well? How much life are we willing to spend? We need more spells in the graveyard as well. Sorin number 2. They command the Dread Horde. 1, 2, 3. So this is 5 life. 6, 7. So 7 altogether. That's fine. We get a lot of pingage in here. Down to 11. We get a lot of hasty, or some hasty guys, I guess. Not a lot. good blockers here too. We can Priest of Forgotten Gods at any time now. Let's, do we want to bring one of these guys back just for the Corpse Knight pingage? I guess not. Let's keep gaining life against this deck. All of our stuff also has lifelink.
What a mess I've made.
We can kill Goblin Chain Whirler. And do it with lifelink now, or we can do it later, not with lifelink. After he swings in. Let's go ahead and do it now. And pass the turn. This deck's so fun. Once it actually starts getting the value, which I think in this format it's actually even more fun. All right, let's go ahead and use this. Make him sacrifice the plant. Ember Hauler kills Priest of Forgotten Gods. Yep, that's fine. Now they lose the plant. Down to 7. Cruel Celebrant. And yeah, now we get Cruel Celebrant with Sorin bringing back stuff every turn. Life's pretty good. Okay. 7 mana, so pay 2 life. Oh, that's a little bit less that we get though. Cruel Celebrant. And now Command the Dread Horde. Alright, so first off, my graveyard, we want so 4 life. Opponent's graveyard, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This will be enough, especially with the sacrifice with the other guys. Yeah, this will be plenty of damage. Yeah. Oh, this is exactly what this deck is supposed to do. All right, that was fun. All right, let's go see if you guys have sent in any stuff. I'm only going to be able to be on for a little bit longer here, but let's open up packs, do the mastery thing real quick while we're pulling up stuff in the deck lists. Going based off of what came out today. All right, Death the Kid has the first one, it looks like. Mastery Tree. Mastery Tree is kind of interesting. Which things you want? Let's go for Omnath. All right, so import this. All right, so this is from Death the Kid. Ilharg deck, which I love with God Eternal Ronus. It's so good. Basically ramp up to Ilharg and then play awesome big things. I like Cavalier of Gales with it. I like Spark Double. That's really fun. Yeah. This actually looks really good. I don't think I would change anything with this. I like it a lot. Vivian so you can play at instant speed, which is great. Cavalier Flames. Does it sacrifice? It exiles and gets put back into your hand, right? Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step, which Cavalier of Gales is great. Enters battlefield, you can discard any number of cards, draw that many cards, so that's really good. You have get rid of dead cards over and over again with Cavalier. You're already pretty heavy in red. Demon Lord Bells Unlocked to find your Ilharg. This is a solid deck. The biggest issue I'd say is the life, like making sure you don't die in the early game, but Bond of Flourishing kind of solves that problem. You still have lots of guys here in the early game. I'm intrigued on how well this works. 22 lands. I think with how much ramp you have, that's actually pretty accurate. You have 2 things that can go for multiple colors too. This looks like a sweet deck. We might actually have to try this out at some point. So this was Death the Kid. We might be doing a video on that at some point. I mean, I didn't check the land base. The land base looked pretty good from what I saw as well. Yeah, that looks like a sweet deck. Yeah, that looks like a fairly consistent deck actually. I feel like the biggest issue is if you're up against an aggro deck, if they just get rid of your Ilharg every time you just bring it out. So like a way to give it haste would help, but that's why you have Vivian so you can flash it in. Which is hard to get with Teferi out. So like that's the one thing is Teferi counteracts her abilities, which is really annoying. But okay, let's check out the next one. Cinch with a Hell Hydra deck. All right, I have to delete stuff. This is always the annoying part, is going through and deleting your old crap. It's like I don't want to get rid of it, you know, it's good stuff. Let's get rid of this one. Not going to be doing it anytime soon. We'll get rid of the Villas Infinite one because I don't think I'm going to play that anytime. All right, so Cinch. I think it's like your 4th deck in here. If you guys want me to check out your Emperor decks, let me know too. So yeah, so here's another one. We'll keep playing at least 1 or 2 more games here before that's over. I just want to do like a quick little check into a few of these ones, then we'll go on. This is almost like a singleton deck. So Arcane Adaptation for Hydras. This looks spicy. It's always crazy to see this many cards and have it still only be 60 because you're used to having them stacked up with 4s or whatever. But this looks really fun. Fibblethip. So the idea, I think, is to get Gargos, of course. Turn everything else into Hydras. If anything ever gets targeted, he gets to fight. And also you make everything cost 4 less. So the fact that we can play Tender Shoot for 1. Like that's the idea is Arcane Adaptation makes everything cost 4 less. So you can, like, Sentinel is not that great of a card, but if you can flash it in for 1 blue mana, that's pretty broken. So like, I guess that's kind of the idea, right? I would say that's not bad at all. I would say that you probably want a little bit more ramp in the beginning of the game. Other than that, I think it's actually pretty solid. I think it's fun. You could probably throw in Nissa in here as well to get a little bit more value there. That's a spicy deck. I like the idea that you're going with there. Hydra Adaptation. Cool. I like it. All right, this one is by... All right, Moipaz, do you know which one you want me to be doing there? I guess you have a few. All right, so this is the last one that we're going to do real quick before we go into the next ones. Verity Corrosion. Ooh, that actually... I didn't think of doing a mill deck with Verity Circle. But that would actually do really well. So Law Rune Enforcer, Elite Arrestor. I'm actually almost a bigger fan of Elite Arrestor over Law Rune Enforcer, so I might switch those up, is what I would say. Just when I was playing Verity Circle, I noticed that. So Psychic Corrosion, the idea here is to mill them out with Psychic Corrosion and using Verity Circle to draw all the cards, which you can draw lots of cards with things like Sleep. The only thing I would say is making sure that they actually can have creatures, because like if they're a deck that doesn't even play creatures, you can have an issue. I actually like Dousing Dagger for that. It's hard to say that that's actually needed though, because like there are a lot of decks that play that. Although your deck is basically dead if you're up against a deck that doesn't play any creatures whatsoever. So that's the one issue. Drown Secrets is decent. You still have some mill there. Teferi, you can kind of slow things down. Reclamation is good. I actually really like Reclamation in this deck. And then you have deploy a lot of Reinforcers to swing in. Yeah. There are a lot of creature decks in the format right now. Even the control decks are playing some sort of creatures as well for the most part. But that's the one thing I'd say is like, so it would probably be more of a sideboard card, but like Dousing Dagger is something that like to guarantee that you at least get value from Verity Circle, or you just switch out and go like all in for Drowned Secrets and Psychic Corrosion, and maybe have like ways to draw cards with Wilderness Reclamation, like maybe even what's it called? What's the bucket? Dawn of Hope would be okay here. All right, cool guy. Guardian Project in the Gyarados one. I didn't see it actually. I'm sure that there's a lot of cards to pick through there, so I'm not sure. Dude, anything that's running Knight of the Evil Legion, like this looks like a great mono black control deck. I like it. Ritual Soot, Murder. The one thing I'd probably say is you might actually want to go for Cry of the Canarium over Ritual Soot. Like if you don't have any, I'd maybe go like one, or so you do have one Cry of the Canarium, because Knight of the Even Legion can actually dodge that, where it can't dodge Ritual Soot. So Knight of the Even Legion is one of like the best finishers for a control-y black deck. So I'm intrigued by how often you need this over Cry of the Canarium. So I would probably say go down Ritual Soot 1, go up Cry of the Canarium 1. Just because it turns this on. You're okay if these guys die. They do their job once they come out, basically. Anyway, lots of good removal in the early game. Drillbit I like a lot. Dread Presence, Cavalier of the Night is good. I like the numbers there too. And then Liliana and Ugin. I think I actually ran up against a deck like this. I might have run up against you, and got destroyed by this. I would bring in Cabal Strongholds as well if you have them. Probably 2, maybe 3. Cabal Strongholds, go down 1 Ritual of Soot. Whoa, what? I don't understand sometimes where how this works. And then we'll go up 1 Cry of the Canarium. So that's how I would play this. Love the Fen Lurkers as well in here. I think they're very powerful. Making them exile a card from their hand is awesome. Dusk Legion Zealot's good. The card draw. I think if you're in mono black though, this is the other thing, is I would say a Rotting Regisar is like just so powerful. Like it's hard to, the fact that you have to discard cards is annoying, so maybe that's what you're going against. But yeah, I think that's a really good deck there. Are people sending in decks? They're sending into our Discord, which I think I don't have it copied anymore. Crap, I have a deck list copied. Devin, if you could send it, or someone can. It's in the description down below. I think the link might be dead now, though. It was supposed to be a forever long deck or thing there. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to play. I actually want to play this Ilharg deck real quick. That looks really fun. This one would probably do well in the Zendikar lands thing as well, because the chance of getting the plant tokens here and there are actually probably really good. And also hitting the lands to get up to what you need. The hard part was just to be making sure you actually have things in your hand anyway. All right, so we're probably gonna go for about 15 more minutes here. Quick reminder for joining the tournament. Oh, I never got this deck list. There we go. Yeah, I can't keep that hand. This is something else you're going to run into too with this deck, is just like having some pretty interesting hands. This we can keep. Do we keep Cavalier of Gales or Demon Lord Bells and Lock? I guess we go down Bells and Lock. It's more expensive. There is a chance that we do get to 3 blue. Pass the turn. We have Chemist's Insight for the later turn. Commune with the Dinos. How do you copy the deck list from Arena and put it into Discord? So you go to export. So click on the deck that you want, hit export, and it will do it for you. All right, so if we find blue mana, we have Cavalier of Gales for next turn, which is sweet. Lets us dig for the Ilharg. Awesome. Otherwise, we have Chemist's Insight. Dig for Ilharg. And hopefully it stays alive long enough to play some of the sweetness here. No. Cursed Fiend. All right, now we're still looking for land. All right, land. Yeah, pass the turn. Pay for it. Pass the turn. Yeah, thank you, Devin, for putting that in there. Ah! That's terrifying. Bond of Flourishing. I think we just want land here to try to get to our bigger stuff, because we can actually beat this deck if we have enough land to get there. Like Cavalier Flame can kill the Rotting Registrar. Vivian, we can't actually play this turn. Yeah, let's go Rootbound Craig. Play land, Land of War. And no attacks. We may just block the Rotting Registrar here. Them having to discard actually is pretty good for us at this point in the game. Because I think that we're going to be able to play enough stuff to stay in the game for a while. So the question is, do we block? I think if we block with Land War, if they somehow kill the Land War, then we just take it. All right, sweet. I'll check it out after this one, James. How many people do we have signed up for the tournament right now, too? It's not that many. Like, the odds of winning for the moment is still pretty good. Yeah, we only have 16 people that are fully entered in. Yeah, we still have the Cavalier Flame. Probably end up discarding... Oh, that's for Cavalier of Gales. Cavalier Flame. Hopefully they don't kill Paradise Druid anywhere here. Anytime. Man, Demon Lord Bells Unlock is a way for us to actually draw the cards that we need to. But I guess this is a way for us to draw the cards that we need right now as well. We don't have black mana for it, so yeah, submit. Domri's really good. They're getting rid of so many dinosaurs. This is awesome. As long as we can take care of even a few of their stuff, we're actually going to be in pretty good shape. So we'll see how this does. A dieting cat at the of mine. Oh, gotcha. No worries. So block here. See if they have a response. I think they might. All right, kill one of their fellas. Damage equal to what's in our graveyard. Nothing. Number of lands. I am intrigued about doing a deck just around Cavalier Flame dying at some point. I do want to do a deck like that. Ah, that's not good. Domri, we can chump block and go digging for Ilharg, which can actually kill. Let's go for Cavalier of Gales. We can bring down another Paradise Druid for a blocker as long as we hit land. So there's Ilharg. So let's go down Domri, go down... yeah, Incubation Druid. Paradise Druid. I guess just in case they have discard in this deck, we probably want to... Yeah. So we get to kill something else here. Ah, they lost their Lightning Strike. They probably should have fired that off after they untapped. Kill another fool. Alright, down to 5. We shuffle back into the library. We actually get to keep our stuff on the top. That's kind of cool. Alright, Incubation Druid just to have another blocker here. Because we can play Ilharg and Incubation Druid. I don't really want to get rid of our Paradise Druid because it's the only way we can cast like other stuff, like in black or whatever. In Marauding Raptor. Annoying. Alright, Ilharg. At the same time, if they have like lightning strikes or stuff that they've already seen that they have, Paradise Druid will survive better than Incubation Druid. We get to at least keep something on the battlefield, or I don't know, something in hand to discard with for Chemist's Insight as well, which gives us better chance with Ilharg as well. So let's just pass the turn. We'll block Marauding Raptor for whatever comes. Chump block. Chemist's Insight. Draw hopefully a really big creature and then swing in for a bunch. Marauding Raptor number 2. That can actually be pretty dangerous for them. Bond of Flourishing. Let's actually go Bond of Flourishing first. Cavalier Flame to hand. And now let's actually play this as a blocker. Let's see what happens first, because we do get to, we can discard this to get something else. Chemist's Insight, discard Incubation Druid. Oh man, now we don't have a way to block, do we? Spark Devil's fun. Oh, we're dead, huh? Dang it. We have to find Land War now. I forgot about blocking. Alright, dang it. I even talked about it like 5 times. Alright, well, I totally messed that one up. We actually had a chance of winning this one, and I just messed it up. I was thinking about the combo instead of what we were needing to do. Yeah, and we're dead. What's my opinion on the unbanning of Rampaging Frostodon? So it was only unbanned for best of 3, right? I think that it should be unbanned for best of 1 as well. My thoughts are Risen Reef is like 10 times better than that card. I didn't even see a reason for it being banned in the first place. Was my thoughts. I love it because it will mitigate Field of the Dead decks and that kind of stuff. Because like if they bring out 10 Field of the Dead decks, typically that's killing them, especially if you're in a red deck. And the cool thing is that you can splash it really, really easily. In other decks like Jund or Jund Dinos will be great with it. So I think that it's going to be great to have back. I was really annoyed that it was gone in the first place. The whole idea, I think the reason, so let's go check out Rampaging Frostodon real quick. Or not. So this is banned in the following formats: standard and traditional standard. So they haven't actually changed the unban on here yet. That's weird. Anyway, but yeah, so Rampaging Frostodon, 3/3 menace for 3 mana. players can't gain life, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to that creature's controller. So the issue, so this is actually the thing, is that it does damage to the person playing. Like if you're playing lots of creatures, this also does damage to you. The thing I loved about this card is you could also, there was a dagger burn deck where you would get a combo of bringing back dagger over and over again, and giving them 2 plant tokens and getting enough Rampage and Frostodons, you could actually ping them out of the game. So there's some really fun combos that you could do with Rampage and Frostodons and Dousing Dagger. But I don't know why it was banned. Like that was part of the reason it was banned, was like right after people came up with the Dousing Dagger thing. All of a sudden they banned it. I didn't feel like it needed to be banned ever. I don't know. I was really curious. Like it was a really weird one. Oh, it's Trespasser's Curse as well, yeah, and Panharmonicon. Yeah, a lot of those types of things like kind of did it, but like even that was a combo deck. Like it wasn't that consistent. It wasn't that broken, I don't think. And so I think that they should have. I think it was dumb for them to ban it in the first place. I can understand. I think the biggest thing is that the players can't gain life was like an additional ability that was just like, okay, that's a little bit broken for 3 mana. But Tibble also kind of does it. But it's basically like Tibble is being played even, and it's kind of a crappy card besides that one line of text. Where this was like, it's also a 3/3 with menace. It also does 1 point of damage to whenever you play, if you're playing a creature deck. It also does like, so that's kind of the thing, is that it was like, it was just too much on one body. But you just play stuff to kill a 3/3 with menace. That's not that difficult. That's kind of my thoughts. Yeah. I don't think it's that bad. Death Kid Splash White. Which one was yours again? Going 5 colors, I don't think is the right way to go. Could it be very explosive for lots of life gain? Yeah, you actually could. You could also like have like Safari or whatever if you're just going for stuff in the hand. I think that Bond of Flourishing was really good in here, though. I think that's fine. Like it adds enough life gain. Like I said, I could have turned that game around. I messed it up. For this deck, I would maybe go down to like 1 Cavalier of Gales, maybe like 1 ofs, maybe a little bit more ramp, just to make sure that we have hands that are full of ramp. But you could also just hit that and never find Ilharg, never find the other stuff. I like what Cavalier of Gales does. Like I actually really like this deck. I'll probably do a video on it for like Thursday or Friday, because I love that type of deck. It looks really cool. So I might change it up a little bit. We'll see, but I wouldn't change too much from that deck. All right, I think there was a couple more people that sent stuff in. We're gonna check these ones out and then we're gonna be done. Jablinskis. Galta's so good with Ilharg too, yeah. Galta's always fun. Galta's just one of my favorite cards ever. I have a Galta Commander deck, which is never good if you're playing with like 4 people. You can still do okay and win some games. If you're playing 3 players, Galta is actually pretty insane, because you just like, and that's how it is with every creature deck. It's a really heavy creature deck in Commander. Creature decks are crappy if the more people are playing. But the fewer people are playing, it gets really good. As long as it's broken enough. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. I was trying to see exactly what the main combo is. You did say something on Discord. Mana base, or just mana base sucks because don't have wild cards. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, mana base is always the one thing. Like always improved mana base. My favorite way to go is just 3 for any of all of the shock lands and check lands. And then you have like 2 of each of these at the end, and then you go down to like, you know, get your this one you would want a blast zone, maybe 1 or 2, maybe Field of Ruin. So I'm trying to think of what the full combo is. So this is Command the Dread Horde, stealing their stuff, so life gain some stuff. Zatalpa. So chart a course to get rid of Zatalpa, Nezahal, Fleet Swallower, Agent of Treachery, Command the Dread Horde. You're not going to have enough life to actually live through getting these guys back, though. That would be my biggest concern with this, is that you're not going to be able to gain, like, Command the Dreadhoard's not the best way to get these guys back. If you're going for a reanimation deck for this stuff, like, Command the Dreadhorde is really good if you're just doing lots of, like, killing their stuff, because then you can bring stuff back pretty easily against an aggressive deck. So, like, I like 2 of what I would go for, and then I'd probably go Bond of Revival if you're trying to get these guys back. I think it's going to be better. I like Drawn from Dreams so that you can actually go find those things. So yeah, I like it. I feel like there's better ways of going about it, though, from what I'm seeing is here. So that would be kind of my thoughts. Command the Dreadhorde, you end up losing way too much life if you're going for these bigger things. Like 8 life, you can't do 2 things without going down to 16. Like, chances are, especially playing a control deck, you're gonna take 4 points of damage at some point. So but I like the idea of it, though. Oh, the Wanderer with it. Oh, I see what you're saying, Thomas. Yeah, the Wanderer with it. So you prevent all non-combat damage. Is this damage or is it loss of life? Deals damage to you equal. Ah, I see. I see. So then it is worth doing all this stuff. I wouldn't do I would do more of a Dimir, you know, Esper put stuff into your graveyard deck then, versus like more control-y like this, and play lots of like cheap stuff and good stuff. You have a better way of actually protecting your Wanderer that way. So again, like, same type of thing. Like, I would do it, but I would more try to fill your graveyard. Maybe you can go into Golgari instead, like Sultai over Zatalpa. But you have to stay white for Wanderer. I don't know. So I like the idea of it, but I would probably change up a couple things. It's about time I noticed. Yeah, you guys are probably all shouting it for a while there. Can we get a Brawl 101 video from you when it gets released? I'm still not sure why it's different from current standard. Yeah, I can do a video on that. We'll be doing lots of Brawl. What I'll probably be doing is, like, I'll probably have like 2, like, how much are you guys wanting just straight standard versus Brawl and historic? Because for me, like, I like the idea of lots of Brawl, historic, that kind of stuff. I think it's really fun. I do like this idea. I would probably build it a little bit different, though. That's just to kind of finish my thoughts there. I do like it. I guess Wall of the Lost Thoughts lets you get stuff into the graveyard as well. Going Esper with this is not terrible. I don't know. I would build this a little bit differently. Like, I would probably go for a more aggressive version of this. Like, I would probably have, again, the reasons for going Sultai, you have ramp creatures, you have you know, the people that fill the graveyard and put stuff, libraries back onto the battlefield. I would probably be running Cavalier, the green Cavalier, to help fill the graveyard a little bit more, and also get land to the battlefield, so that you can get to the Command of the Dreadhorde. I would be playing Golgari Finebroker Golgari Finebroker to make sure you can get Command of the Dreadhorde back to your hand if it does get milled over, or the Wanderer. Yeah, that hard part with Sultai is you have to have the Wanderer, huh? I don't know. That's an interesting build. I'm not sure. I actually do like what you were going for then. Now. I'd just be intrigued if it's very consistent or not. Like, I feel like it's one of those, like, you could probably get it off occasionally, but it probably wouldn't happen that often. So my thoughts with Brawl is, it's hard to say. I hate getting into the nitpicky of every single card, you know, because, like, that's the one thing is when you're playing a singleton format, it's like, I like to build around an idea, and then, like, if I have to go through and, like, for 60 cards have to pick, okay, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, I don't want to have to go through and explain that with every deck that I build, you know, whatever. But at the same time, I like it because then you guys can go through and say, okay, well, I can change up 1 or 2 things here, and that's pretty good. So I feel like I'll probably do some Brawl, but it probably won't be as much. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's going to happen. I'll probably do, like, 1 video of Brawl a week, and then, like, 2 historic, and then, like, 3 normal standard. That's kind of what I'm thinking, because historic sounds like a blast to me. Like, I might even do more historic than standard, because I love the idea of historic. Like, because I never got, like, I actually like the idea of modern. Modern seems really cool, but I've never really got into it because I just don't have the cards. You know, I don't want to have to go spend $2,000 to have a chance to, like, especially for like if I'm making a channel for it. Like I have to go into MTG online. I have to spend $2,000 to $3,000 to have enough decks or enough cards that I can play multiple decks. You know, maybe not that much on online because ticks are a little bit cheaper or whatever, but still, like, I'm not going to go spend $1,000. Did Hogak get banned? I was kind of expecting that to happen. Once they announced they're going to do bannings, I was expecting Hogak to get banned. I like the modern format. I think it's fun. Anyway, love the decks that you guys submitted here. Thanks so much. Yeah, the community deck list is a great place to always be putting stuff in as well. Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, we get to have conversations. I do only go through and like review them kind of once we're doing Tuesday Brews Day. And it's a good day to kind of be building up or testing out other stuff. So anyway, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I do have to head out today. I'm going to be going to do some construction work on a friend's house. And so I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for jumping on. It's been a blast. We will see you guys. I'm going to be posting another video today at 7. And then of course stuff going on. I'll probably be recording this video sometime soon. I do like some of the other ones. The Hydra adaptation looks really fun as well. So we might be checking that out. Maybe even this one. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys. Peace be unto thee. Have a great time. Yeah, have a good Tuesday. Not sure if Tuesdays are always great, but you know, have a good one.